Well, hey, everybody listening or watching here, you know what it is. It's a fresh episode of
What's the Trend?
I'm Casie Mason.
And I'm Aaron Weeks, and we have a very special episode for you. We are on our 10th episode.
Yay!
I'm
Oh my
so
gosh,
excited.
I cannot believe it. 10 episodes in, my friend. And 13 if you include the 3 practice episodes that we
Yes.
did leading up to the show.
Absolutely. Insane that we're in double digits, girl.
I tell you, I'm proud to be here again. This was your child. You came to me with this. You said, I have this idea.
Yes.
How do you feel? I said, I am all in, and I am honored. So again,
The only
thank
child
you.
I ever
The
want.
only child he ever wants. This was a labor of love, my friends. And,
Absolutely.
and truly, what a joy this has been.
It has. It's so much fun, and it's so effortless.
And you know, every week we cover our movies, music, celeb news, and sports. But this week, you may tell it in our voices. You would see it in our eyes if you're watching this as well. We're
The
wore
casual
out.
polo that I'm wearing.
Yeah, the casual polo. We have been in full fall festival mode
Yes.
around here at 14 News. It's like our Super Bowl.
It is. I mean, my gosh. Evansville for sure. This is definitely Super Bowl week for everyone. But yeah, we are in the midst of the Fall Festival.
That's right. You know, and for 14 News, not to give away our location, which you can Google, but it's right in our backyard. If you are at the Fall
Truly.
Festival, it is just a few blocks from where our station's located.
I mean,
so
we
of
could
course.
walk from here.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, let's
I'm
not
not
get ahead of
trying to
ourselves.
do that, but
Yeah, we both, we would like to at least maybe a golf cart ride down, but you truly can walk from here if
you
you want to.
could. You could.
Work off that fried food.
Some people do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, more power to you.
Good for them. I'm going to take my car down there and try to find a parking spot, which is a whole other feat, but it's fun. It's Fall
is.
Festival. It's an annual tradition, and it really is amazing to say that right here in our tri-state, we have for 3 years running the #1 street Fall Festival in the country, as
Yes.
voted on by USA Today.
Yes.
It is official.
So it is a very official thing. It's
Yeah.
not just a self-proclaimed thing that we have. It's very, I'd say it's a big feat.
It's a big deal. Of course, Fall Festival, we're talking hundreds of food booths, fried food, there's rides, there's game, and that half pot, all happening this week. And we've had a great time covering it at 14 News. But you know, Aaron, episode 10, we said, let's do something fun.
Let's have a little bit of fun.
A couple weeks ago, we were happy. We had our dear friend Jamie French on. It was one of our best episodes. I think folks really enjoyed hearing from Jamie about her
Yeah.
time in Hollywood as an actress and model and all of the above. And we said, you know what? People really enjoyed hearing her story.
Yeah.
So that brings us to a couple weeks ago. We, thanks for your brilliant idea,
Well, no.
decided to have a special guest on again. Aaron, take it away.
Yes. We had our one and only former news reporter Haley Kerby on, and we're about to show you that interview pre-Fall Festival. So we're kind of hoping to see her come back, and we'll see if that happens.
That's right. We were so excited to have Haley on. Of course, the tie there is Haley was not from this area. She came to Evansville, Indiana by fate. Destiny brought us with her. We were so glad we got to be in Haley's
Yeah.
life. Mine was short-lived, but now we've have a budding friendship. And you and her, I mean, dear friends.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
He
Oh,
says
yes.
the stories he could
The
tell
stories
here.
I could tell that I will never tell.
That's right. And Haley is just a pure joy to be around. She is a wonderful human, inside and out, just a great person, as genuine as they come. You get what you get with Haley, and she is just going to be a fast friend. If
She's
you
a
meet
rock
her,
star.
no one's a stranger.
No.
I love her. And the thing about Haley is she was not from this area. And one of the things we are going to send those reporters down to is that Fall Festival. And Haley not only went and covered the Fall Fest, she owned the Fall Festival. And
She was the Fall
was
Festival.
The Fall Festival. In fact, it even dubbed her the title
Nut Club Princess.
Nut Club Princess. You can't make this stuff up, folks.
No.
So Haley comes on today's episode. We'll get to it. No one wants to hear us talk anymore. They want to get to Haley.
Of
Haley's
course.
going to kind of update us on her time in St. Louis. Again, a really milestone movement for her career to advance and excel to a bigger market. We were sad to see her go, but so happy for her success. She's going to kind of catch us up on her life and also talk about all things Fall Festival. So here's the interview. We hope you guys enjoy it.
All right, guys, it is a special episode of What's the Trend. It's our 10th episode, and we have a very special guest in studio with us, my nearest and dearest, and also 14 News alumni. It is none other than Haley Kerby herself.
Hi, guys. I'm so glad to be back. I can't believe this is the 10th episode, too.
I know.
feel like this is such an honor.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are getting this podcast
Do you
off
love
the
how I
ground.
agreed with you?
I
Yes,
know.
of
I'm
course.
like, this is amazing.
This is an honor, Haley.
Yeah.
Thank you. The honor is all ours. We are so happy to have you on the show. Of course, those of you who are loyal 14 News fans, we know you are loving seeing this familiar face in the studio here today joining us. Haley, obviously, 14 News, you're a friend of the stations, but you're a friend of ours as well. So it's so good to see you.
It's good to see you guys too. I know. And I always said, 14 was just like such my home. It was my jumping off point. I loved being here so much. And I'm so glad that I'm back right now because I've been missing you guys a lot. I've been missing all of you guys at home too, if you're watching.
And that's one thing, you can always come back in this place. You've done things right when that door is always open for you. And we love you. Everyone loves you. She just actually visited some folks in the newsroom. And you could tell Haley's here because I could hear it from around the corner. Everyone talking and hugging. And there were cheers. I think we had a parade. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah. No, it was weird. I don't know.
It's kind of nice now. They have to open the door for you when you come
I know.
in,
I said, hey, Aaron, can you let me in the front door? I don't have a key anymore.
Well, Haley, we're glad to have you for episode 10. Of course, Aaron and I made this entire episode a themed episode. We're talking about the fall festival that comes to town the first week of October every single year for actually 104 years now.
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
No.
It's a small little gathering, not too big.
Nothing crazy.
A little block party, if you will. So here's the thing, guys. 2 reasons. We love Haley. She's a familiar face of 14 News. We knew you would probably like to hear how she's been. And this lady also, it's a twofer why we had her on for our special 10th episode, is she's no stranger to the Fall Fest. In fact, I think she's been dubbed the Fall Fest princess, if you will, by the West Side Nut Club.
Self-proclaimed West Side Nut Club princess.
What do you say we get into it? First, Haley, let's kind of reintroduce yourself to folks. Obviously, we know who you are.
Right.
But why don't you take us back? Tell us, where you're from, born and raised, and kind of up to leading to your time here at 14 News. Just take us through your entire life.
Let me just tell you my life story really quick. How much time do you have?
All of it for you, girl.
Always.
Anything for the princess.
Yeah. Well, I grew up in Arlington, Virginia, East Coast girl all the way. Went to the University of Maryland, and I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. I always thought I was going to be a special education teacher. Really, was so dead set on that. Got to college, and things changed, and my teachers were like, "Actually, you have a really big mouth and you talk a lot. You should go be on TV." And I said, "Okay, that works for me." So started doing that, and then I somehow ended up in Evansville, Indiana. It's my first job out of college, and like I said earlier, not my alarm.
The princess is being dubbed. They know you're back in the tri-state area. Your fans are reaching out.
Oh man, I'm sorry about that. But yeah, it was kind of random that I made it to Evansville, Indiana, and that was coming up on 3 years ago at this point, and. Yeah, I think as soon as I got here, I was pretty much on the morning show ever since, and I loved it. And you'll be happy to know that in St. Louis, I am back on the morning show, waking up at 2 a.m. again every day. You know how it goes. Both of you guys know how it goes. But yeah, no, it's been great. And I've been gone for a few months now, and still getting my feet wet in St. Louis, but it's great. I love it. It's very different as a city coming from Evansville, but it's fun.
Yeah, we love it. But you, obviously, we miss you here so much.
Yeah.
I miss you.
I know.
I
We're
text
besties
you all the time. And this is my girl right here, guys. If you don't know, but
yes.
We were just kind of discussing with Fall Fest approaching, what were we going to talk about? I really wanted to get somebody in here, and I'm like, well, oh my gosh, it's right there. It's Haley Kerby.
It's Haley Kerby.
We were kind of wondering, what was your first impression of Fall Festival?
Yeah, well, so the first year I was here, I had no idea what to expect, and I kept, people were like, you just have to see it to believe it, right? And so I was on the morning show at that point, and this is something so great that the Nut Club does, is that they have a specific person that handles all media, because all week long, we are down there doing crazy stuff, and we need somebody who can walk us around, and this is your interview, this is your story for the day, blah, 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 all that stuff. So that first year, I was really tight. His name was Todd Helfert. Shout out Todd Helfert. I think he's festival chair this year. He's moving up in the world, but he was the publicity chair my first year, and he was just leading me around. It's crazy. I mean, thousands of people on that street, and even at 5 a.m., those booths are up and kicking, starting to cook food. So I was just running up and down the streets trying to find anybody to do a live interview with, but it was so easy because there was hundreds of people already there. And yeah, it was. And then as the day goes on, it's the lunch crowd, and then it kind of calms down, and then there's music, and the crowds at night are so fun too. There's one thing I've actually never done though, which is crazy. I've never ridden any of the rides. during Fall Festival Week.
Well,
Isn't
I
that
tell you
crazy?
what, challenge accepted.
I was about
We
to
know Aaron
say,
lives in
what are we going
Harrisville.
to, of course, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You know, it's exciting because not only, for us, we're so close here at 14 News. It's literally right down the street from our station, and you
Yeah.
can smell the food in the air. But for Aaron and I, we are born and raised from this area. We grew up knowing what the Fall Fest was, going as a child. I went in high school, just
Yeah.
so from someone who did not grow up around here, what did you think? First of all, what
Well,
did you think it was going to be like versus what you got to
I
see?
genuinely thought, and like no shade or anything, I thought it was going to be like a food truck fair, like just for like
Well,
a couple days.
To be fair, I think that's everybody's perception at first of what it is.
It really is. You have to see it to believe it, and then really understand it, which I loved being able to do, and especially in the second year that I was here, being able to tell the stories of not just the Nut Club, the history of their club and everything like that, how they put this festival on every year, but the booths. Each booth has such a niche reason for being there, and all of that money for the booths are going back to their own organizations, and then of course the half pot as well. It's insane. You really can't explain it. And even last year, I had to bring my dad to town from Arlington because I was like, I can't even.
You gotta see this,
you have
Dad.
to see it to believe it. And he literally flew in with my brother last year, and they ran around Franklin Street as well, and they were like in awe.
It's just such a huge event that I didn't realize like people travel to come and see this.
People
over
do
the
travel.
country.
People do travel. I know. It's craziness.
So, Haley, let's ask you this question. Earlier in the episode, Aaron and I kind of walked through our favorite memories, fun facts, and food. Let's hear about one of your favorite memories as a reporter for the first time in Evansville, Indiana, coming to this market and covering the Fall Festival, both for work and then if you went down there for some play and fun on your own.
Oh, yeah.
What are some memories that stand out during your time at the Fall Fest?
Well, I will say I have a few. I have a few really fun ones. There's 2 years in a row, I got to make pronto pups at 5 a.m, like actually make them myself, which was really
Pronto
cool.
pup.
I don't remember the booth number, but they were so amazing, and they were there making them that early. And I said, "Can I try?" And we did it on live TV, and it was amazing.
That's awesome.
There was another morning. I think it was the OBC truck, outboard boating, and they do the pulled pork parfaits. They're pretty well known for that, I'm pretty sure. And I ate one at 5 a.m. as well. And it's crazy working that shift.
Well-balanced breakfast.
Yes, yeah, right. It's crazy working that shift and having to do the food part of it at 5 a.m. It's odd. But one really fun story that I remember getting to do last year with the publicity chair who was last year, Brandon McGlish. Shout out Brandon McGlish this year. He ran around with me, and this is why I say they are just so helpful for the media, because we want to do as much as we can for them, but they really want to do as much as they can for us. He ran around with me the entire Friday afternoon, I think it was, introducing me to as many nut clubbers as possible, learning every single one of their stories. And by the end of it, I put it in together as like a little mashed up story about 300 nut clubbers being here, how they came into being, what they do, why the festival's here. And that was just so fun, getting to meet all of them, hearing why they do this every year. And I don't know, it's kind of heartwarming that they're all just down there having fun and doing it for the community. It's great. Yeah,
it really does bring everybody together. There's one thing I've noticed, there can be a lot of discourse, but everybody's going to come to Fall Fest.
Oh yeah,
they are. I know.
Everybody's going to eat at Fall Fest.
Yeah, that's true. I have a question. Well, what's your favorite thing to eat?
Oh well, golly gee, thanks for we talked about this a little earlier in the episode. One of my favorite things, I will seek it out. There's deep fried Oreos.
Yes,
we know about all that. Mine is the deep fried cookie dough. So I love deep fried cookie dough. And
I don't think I've ever had it.
When Fall Fest comes to town this year, I am going to seek it out. I will go find that cookie dough. But then I also listen, I'm a food girl. When you said that pork parfait, like count me in, I'm already craving it. So I really, you know what? Whatever they want to bring me, free food is always my favorite food.
Oh
so
yeah,
I will say, when you want to serve the media, we do not mind if you want us to. I always say, well, we'll try it out on
just
air.
a light suggestion.
You know who gets the really good perks of that is Jeff Lyons. When he walks around with his mystery box. I mean,
oh man,
he has some stories.
has
And we
pull.
know that. Yeah. And he has some pull, especially with the Nut Club and everybody down there. I mean, it's so funny to just, I remember watching him be down there and he can't even catch his breath. Somebody's grandma's giving him a hug and another kid's giving him a high five. Seriously, he does. He needs security.
Which reminds me, as you're down there doing live coverage and a big live event like that, as reporters, I mean, we go on the scene of everything. We've all been there. What was it like? There ain't no live shot like a live shot at the Fall Fest.
Oh,
it is an experience as
yes,
a reporter.
Yep.
We appreciate the folks that are respectful of the wild animals. That it's funny. It's almost like a zoo animal. Like we're being just on display.
Yeah,
and it's hard when you're live to kind of look at your peripherals. You just never know.
Oh yeah.
It's
crazy. And I actually have a story as you're talking about this.
And this is why we asked her on.
It was terrible. I felt so bad. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, Aaron. You might have been there. The first year I was here, the Nut Club started playing the national anthem at noon every day.
I remember this.
Do you know what happens at noon every day as well at 14 News? The live shot for the reporter. No. So I'm standing there. It was the first day they had started playing the national anthem, and I had no idea they were playing it or whatever. And it was Caroline Clapp at the time who was anchoring the noon, and she had sent it out to me. And I'm standing there and I'm like, Caroline, it's so beautiful out here. There's so many people around, and I'm doing this solo as well. I didn't have a photographer with me, so I'm standing here in front of the camera, no concept of what's going on, and I faintly start hearing the national anthem playing, and I'm like, and now the national anthem is playing. And I like, if this is the camera view, I literally go like this out of the shot. It was so ridiculous. I felt so bad. And we kept the live shot. I mean, it's great. I love the concept of them playing the national anthem every day, and seeing the crowd stop and really taking that moment is just so amazing too. But I wish I had known then that was going to happen, because it was quite awkward. And I was like, oh no. And they let the national anthem go for the rest of my live shot. I jumped back in the camera. Back to you, Caroline. Thank you.
Sorry about that.
So sorry.
That's a perfect example of why we wanted you on this specific episode. Again, we're celebrating our 10th episode. We appreciate those of you who have new listeners, or the folks that have been with us.
If you're just tuning in for Haley, I totally get it.
We don't blame you. One of our
Love
best
you guys.
episodes was with familiar faces at 14 for sure. So yeah, it's just nice to hear these stories. I think Aaron and I were reappreciating the Fall Fest this year, because we both, in our own way, haven't had a chance to get back down there in several years. So I'm looking forward to going down there. I know Aaron is as well. And I wanted to ask, do you think you'll be coming back to the Fall Fest anytime in the future? Do you plan to come back to this year's Fall Fest? And if so, what you gonna do?
I don't know. I'm really not sure. It's hard. I got to balance my life in St. Louis now, but I know further down the road, I mean, I love Evansville and I love the Fall Festival, and I just can't imagine it any other way. Yeah, it's such a wonderful just piece of my life that I've got to experience and get to share it with you guys, and get to share it with everybody at 14, and everybody in Evansville I know just enjoys this week so much. So it's TBD right now, but we will see.
TBD, guys. We got to get her on this ride.
You know what? I'll take it.
Overall, we obviously have a great another podcast here in 14, Inside Look with Jeff Lyons, where he sat down with you before you departed on your next exciting chapter of life and going to a big market in St. Louis, a huge leap for you. I highly encourage you guys listen to Haley's full story. That was a great interview with Jeff.
Shout out to Jeff.
Yeah, we love you, Jeff Lyons.
We shout out to Jeff all the time on this.
We're proud to follow in his podcasting footsteps.
Yes,
He's our podcast papa. But Haley, so listen to that, folks. If you guys, that really gives you, because you give a lot of your background and your life story. Of course, we're talking Fall Fest today,
right?
But, it is cool to hear how you landed at 14 News since leaving 14 and heading to St. Louis. Tell us a little bit about, we obviously we miss you here, but we were so happy for you.
Yeah.
It was a huge career leap for you. How are things going in St. Louis? What do you want to let viewers know about today before we wrap up?
I mean, it is great. Like I said, it's so crazy going from reporting and telling the stories in a smaller market like Evansville, because it's very personal. But in St. Louis, it almost is that same way. And I maybe it's shout out to the Midwest. I said I was an East Coast girl, but everybody in the Midwest is just so kind all the time. And I go out and I tell these stories, and it's amazing. And St. Louis is a city that I had never been to before I moved, so I was terrified. But it's the same concept that had happened with me in Evansville. And so it's a bigger city. I'm still trying to learn it, because there's a lot more to do there. But it's just great being able to continue doing what I'm doing and telling stories and meeting a lot of people, because that's always my favorite part, is meeting new people constantly. And I can talk anybody's ear off.
That's
so
right.
it's
we're gifted. We're gifted with the gab.
It's easy. Yeah, it's easy. And it's a lot. It's different, but it's fun. It's a lot.
In a market like Evansville, we do it's one of those markets where, we'll get people like, oh, that person's leaving. And that's kind of part of it here in this specific market. We are a market that kind of a starter market for our young journalists and reporters. Some of us come back. Some of us, we've all been there.
Yeah.
But I will say there's a lot of folks that come in and out of this place and this market and other stations in this area for that matter. But you really left an impression on viewers. And I think you saw that with your goodbye post. And even just when you come back into our building here, you will always be a part of 14 News.
Yeah.
And 14 News, it seems like, will always be a
Your
part
14 News
you.
legacy.
Oh, I hope so. I hope I continue to leave my mark on other places like that too, because seriously, I think that's part of why our jobs are so important. I mean, really connecting with the viewers is the only way we're going to stay in business. So gotta keep doing it. Got to keep doing it, right? But yeah, no, it's great. And I'm only 2 hours away. So if anybody wants to go to a Cards game, let me know. I'm kind of bandwagoning now. I had to start being a Cardinals fan now that I
was like,
there.
let's go. Should we take the show on the road?
Well, they're giving out free Cardinals tickets all the time.
Oh, perfect.
Aaron, what else do you want to ask Haley while she's here? I know you guys have a great relationship.
Yes.
Dear friends.
Love you.
We love each other.
Yes, no, we do.
It's cool. When I started out here, I could tell you guys had already this established friendship. So when it comes to Haley Kerby life updates, which we were so glad to get on the podcast today, or just Haley Kerby / Fall Fest.
Yeah.
What else do you want to ask?
Okay, well, if you do end up coming back for Fall Fest, what do you think I should do? Or like, what would you want to show me? Because it's been years.
Okay, so, and I said this to my dad when he came, you really have to take it all in. Don't have a plan. Like, I had the best time the days that I went when I didn't have a plan. I just walked down there and took it all in, talked to as many people as I could, ate as much food as I could. If I was going to listen to music that day, I was going to sit there on the street and listen to that music and pump my fist and have a great time and meet as many nut clubbers as possible and just people on the street. And being at that 14 News tent, oh my gosh, people just come up and it's so nice to be able to see them. Also, the main parade. The main parade is amazing. That's so fun to just like be a part of, especially if you're walking with Byron or, other people from 14. It is just so fun to see everybody just taking that moment in and getting the name called 14 News now coming down Franklin Street with our interceptor. And you're like, oh, we're here. So yeah, I guess my best advice is just to really take it all in. Like, don't have any expectations, because you're going to be shocked either way. Like, that's the best thing I can say.
That's honestly really good advice, though. Truly.
That's a Fall Fest queen is what that is.
Am I
You've
getting
upgraded.
We got to share with viewers. We're sitting here. We'll share it. This is an inside joke. What kind of outside joke?
If you got a push alert a couple of years ago.
Let's hear.
If you have your absolute.
We got to hear.
It was
dubbed Fall Fest
Nut Club.
The Nut Club Princess. But it was. I don't really know where it came from. I think it was just one of the days at the Fall Festival. I kept just meeting a lot of people and saying hi. And then it was like I was walking down the street and it was like I knew every single nut clubber that was walking down the street. And I was like waving like this. Like, and I was like, so I was like, well, I guess I'm just going to call myself the Nut Club Princess. I don't think they call me the Nut Club Princess.
Well, they're going to start.
So again, self-proclaimed. And it's quite funny. And I just continue to do it because I don't know, I get a kick out of it.
I love it. It's hilarious. I remember when we got the push alert about it, I'm like, huh?
Well, yeah. And then our digital content manager, Jill Lyman, thought it was so funny that she then pushed it out on the 14 News app. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have started a monster. What is going on? I was like, these people down on Franklin Street probably think I'm crazy because I'm like just so up in my head here.
What I'm hearing is get this girl her own parking spot. That's what I'm hearing.
Well, I even asked them, I said, so am I getting a tiara? Still waiting.
You send one in the mail to St. Louis.
Yeah,
okay?
right? I'll write down my address.
Well, Haley, we appreciate your time. We know when you come into town, you're jam-packed. There's a lot of people you want to see and things you want to do, as this Evansville, Indiana was a huge part, well, Tri-State for that matter, was a huge part of your life. Anything, being on our episode 10 here, it's a very Fall Fest themed show, as you guessed. Anything you want to add or just let folks know about? I mean, we were just so happy to catch up with you.
Yeah.
And also, this is not goodbye. It's see you later.
It's always see you later.
Episode 20. She'll be back.
Yeah, right, guys.
So anything you want to add about Fall Fall Fest or your life or just
I'm just so happy to be back and see you guys. And I really encourage you guys to come over and see me though. Seriously, it's not far at all. Come drive over. It's 2 hours that way and you'll be fine. We can go to the zoo. We can go hang out. It was actually really funny. I can't believe I didn't tell this story really briefly if we have some time still.
Yeah, we're making time.
Well, I just thought this was so silly to me because I was like, wow, this is such a small world. I was at the St. Louis Zoo doing a story. I was trying to just get interviews and I honestly don't even remember what the story was at this point. But I walked up to a man and I said, hi, and I was asking him the question about what it was. And he was like, you're Haley Kerby from 14 News.
Oh.
And he recognized me from 14 in St. Louis, not from Channel 4 in St. Louis. I was like, yeah, I am. And he was like, I'm from Evansville. And now, we're here at the zoo today just visiting. And so I just thought it was so funny that, people really do. These are kind of twin cities. I know there's a lot of people that from Evansville that travel, or from the tri-state in general that travel to St. Louis. And I think back and forth, honestly. So I just thought that was crazy. And I was like, wow, small world. So yes, it's not goodbye. It's see you later. Always. It's always see you later.
Welcome in the studio, in the station, and obviously
always.
to catch up with you, dear friends, Aaron and Casie.
Anytime.
Aaron, I'll let you guys have this good friends. I'll let you take us out.
Thank you. But thank you so much again for coming in. You know what? I miss you so much. And I was so happy that you agreed to do this.
Yeah, well, when you texted me, I was like, of course.
Yeah. It's funny, in the news industry, especially our first jobs, our first loves in a way. I felt like my first station I worked at, I was only there 2 years, but it felt like I was there longer than any other job because I think you just you get your sea legs. You kind of go from being this little baby journalist to this full-fledged princess. It's a lasting. You make lasting friendships, lasting impressions, and you've done that, and you've done it the right way. And again, we're just so happy to see you today. I'm glad you're doing so well. Yeah. Our loss, their gain, but truly, I can't wait to see the sky's the limit for you. And hey, as I said,
I'm just so proud of you and how far you've gone in your career.
Cry.
I know we're like, oh yeah, sorry, I forgot we were recording. We're just catching up at this point.
No, it's great. It's great. And I'm just going to keep moving, I think, until I want to stop moving. I don't know. So keep in touch.
Absolutely.
That's the thing about today's too. We can hop on FaceTime or, as you said, just drive down the road. Yeah. So I tell you what, we're family at this point. So.
Exactly.
Well, guys, there you have it. A very special fall festival themed episode / special guest with Haley Kerby, a 14 News just treasure. We were so glad to have you on today.
I'm so glad I could be here.
Congratulations on your next steps in St. Louis. Of course, we're happy to have you back here in the Tri-State anytime. Yes. Aaron, as he said, you are one of our dearest friends. And guys, there you have it from the Nut Club princess herself. Aaron, what a great show.
I know.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to get canceled, I think.
Never.
We're right behind
you. We would never let that happen to you.
All right, guys. Well, I tell you what, we'll get back out of here and end our show. But yeah, Haley, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
That was such a good interview.
She's fantastic.
She's amazing. And gosh, I miss talking to her so much. And just in person, obviously, we text all the time, FaceTime, but it's so different whenever we're in person.
You can actually give her a hug.
And it's so cool to see her perspective of what Fall Fest is compared to everybody that's local in the tri-state, somebody who's far removed from it, just getting dropped in there.
Right in it.
It's a lot.
She earned that title, Nut Club Princess, for sure. And she said she's never been on any rides. So we're hoping, of course, we're in the middle of the week now. Maybe we'll see her down there. I haven't seen her yet, but if she comes back.
You may see a sighting of me and Haley. We'll see.
I know. We still have a couple nights ahead at the Fall Festival. We're going to get you on a ride, Haley, if you come back to town and see us for this year's Fall Festival. If not, I have a feeling she'll be back for next year's for sure.
I have a feeling too.
Well, of course, we hope you guys enjoyed our chat with Haley Kerby. We know a lot of our loyal 14 viewers brought Haley into their homes and miss her just as much as we do, but we're glad to see she's doing so well.
Absolutely.
Definitely a perfect way to celebrate episode 10 with a legendary face here at 14 News.
A legendary icon and superstar.
Superstar. That's what they describe us as. That's so
always.
crazy.
Always. Why not?
We'll share the titles. Here's the thing. Episode 10 was a blast, but you guys, we are going to be bringing you a bonus episode that's going to be airing early next week. We'll release it next week.
We're going to be at Fall Festival.
Tell them, Aaron. Tell them all
I'm really
the things.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, go for it. Please do.
I'm just very excited,
you have
guys.
To interrupt me. I'm finally
Well, we're already going to be like at Fall Festival, but this is going to be like actual, we kind of get to on location. We've never been on location before, and I'm really excited because, you see other podcasts kind of just, go places, and I'm like, will we ever get to do that? Turns out, yes. And I'm really excited.
I was hoping for on location somewhere near a beach, but this works too.
Hey, close enough.
We are going to be heading down to West Franklin Street, and we're going to tape a really cool segment for you guys where, again, we're on location doing the show we always do, but it'll be fully Fall Festival theme. We're going to break it down, talking about some fun facts about the Fall Festival, some great memories of our time covering the Fall Festival for 14 News. We are also going to go over our favorite foods, maybe try some things, and then just share some great memories. So we hope you guys check out that episode as well.
We should do.
What do you think? Those wheels are turning.
Yes, you saw it. You saw me thinking. Said, I think what we're going to do, maybe. Let's hope so.
Let's hash this out here with our listeners.
You pick something for me to eat, and I'll pick something for you to eat.
Done.
That we've never ate before.
We'll play nice.
Yes, well.
The brain sandwich is off limits for this
brain
gal.
Sandwich completely off limits, but I don't know. That'd be kind of funny if we both tried it. Stay tuned.
Jeff Lyons has his mystery box, and we have our surprise element to our show as well. So, Aaron,
surprise but not surprise.
What will I get for you, friend? Any dietary restrictions I need to know about?
No.
Maybe I could actually use a few.
I'll let it slide for now.
Okay, deal. Great idea, my friend. And see, this is why we have fun together.
I am dedicated to this show.
Well, there you have it. Episode 10, special guest Haley Kerby joining us. We have our bonus episode coming up for you guys next week. Already have some thoughts in mind for what we're going to do for that one. So as you can see, it'll definitely be worth watching or listening to. So I'm already thinking, what am I going to get for you? And hey, maybe we'll just have total fun with it. Go down there and just give the Fall Fest our all.
Absolutely.
But for now, that'll do it for episode 10. Aaron Weeks, it's in the bag.
It's in the bag. Let's keep it going, girl. And
we appreciate you guys.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for listening or watching. What's the trend?